Lab 2, Lines of Charge. Introduction. The purpose of the original lab was to determine the amount of excess charge on a piece of tape using a point charge model. This lab focused on modeling it as a line of charges. Procedural overview. A charge tape was made by quickly pulling it off the base tape. The U-tape was supported by two supports at either end, and the base tape was moved closer until the U-tape started floating. Fundamental physical principles. We have the electrostatic force and the force of gravity, and we set these two equal to each other to figure out Q, the charge. And another important physical principle is the idea of superposition. This is the idea that the electric fields aren't affected by each other, but instead their vector quantities are summed together to get a new resulting net electric field. Some sources of error. The measured distance between the two tapes, charge is being neutralized, assuming the mass of the tape based on dimensional measurements, and a limited number n of charges in the model. Assumptions made were that each tape had about the same number of charge, air resistance was ignored, and each tape only had n number of point charges. So in this model, where red would be the top tape, blue is the bottom tape, the green is the electric field, the white arrow is the electric force, and the yellow arrow is the gravitational force. N equals 2, so there's only 2 charges. And then we modeled it if it was 50, and then 100. And then going through some lines of code, this one is where we wrote the function for the E field. This is creating the tapes. This is where we created the fields, and then creating the force. What if we had modeled each of the tapes as a single point charge versus the line charge? So the original charge of the tape was 1.365 times 10 to the negative 9 coulombs for the point charge, and for the line charge, it was 4.2 times 10 to the negative 10 coulombs. So why do these differ, and which is more likely to be closer to the real value? So the line charge is likely to be more accurate because it more closely resembles what is going on in the tape. The line charge model is multiple point charges whose field are combined through superposition. The combination of the fields will cancel in some directions and then add together in other directions. So in conclusion, the line charge model is more accurate than the point source model. The point source model can still be used, but we know that in the tape it's way more than just one charge, and that the line charge model becomes more accurate with a higher number of point charges in the line.